What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about why I like Bitcoin Cash, especially if people decide to dump it. And there are a lot of things I was going to talk about in this video, but I decided to kind of change route because there's a lot of animosity between both factions as to why or why not they should do this fork. But in reality, I see this as a good thing. Originally, I was going to do a video that showed the pros and cons of both Bitcoin Segwit and Bitcoin Cash, as well as some of the unintended consequences of going each route. But rather than do that, because I know there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now, I think the best way to go about this is how Bitcoin Cash can be a positive asset to the ecosystem. As you can see with these different notes that I wrote down, they were primarily biased towards Bitcoin Cash, and in particular because there's a lot of misinformation being spread about Bitcoin Cash. And it's a little bit sad because Bitcoin Cash to me is what the original intention of Bitcoin is supposed to be. It follows the original version of the white paper, but hey, things evolve and it's okay if things change along the way and people want to add SegWit. So I originally decided to change my approach because I think they're both good for the evolution of Bitcoin. And in the end, the real winner is all of us as investors because competition is good. So if we take off our ideological hats and philosophical hats, throw that out the window, what we have is a new coin offering that has several benefits and a lot of the reasons why I'm putting it down here. So I think they can all coexist and I think they all address different product markets. So let's see what they can do. Before I continue on, I'm not a financial advisor, so this is just my personal opinion and what I'm looking to do for myself. In recent months, I've started looking at and investing in different cryptocurrencies, and there are a few things that I look at. One of them, most importantly, is a team backing it. And compared to other coins out in the marketplace, Bitcoin Cash is one of the most experienced teams I've seen. You have Roger Ver, Craig Wright, and Jihan, I believe, Wu, who are both business people and miners. The lead developer of Bitcoin Cash is a former Facebook employee who brings new processes to core development. I'll include a link below to the interview they had with him because I think it's fairly interesting, and you can see that he understands the risks, but he's going to try to go full forward because he believes in the project, which is another reason that I am actually going to do this, is that I think there's a big community of very passionate people who wanted this to happen for a very long time. When Bitcoin Cash hits the market, there's going to be a trained user base that already knows how to use Bitcoin, and there's very little change that they need to do. Once the wallet makers make that change for the users, then it becomes easy to start transacting using Bitcoin Cash. If people decide to dump it and it gets cheap enough, that's when I hope to pick some up at a reasonable price. And hopefully it'll turn into something because I do think it has a lot of advantages, and people who wanted to improve Bitcoin this way can see if their ideas works out. I do have to say one of the other reasons why I believe in this project is because I've looked through a lot of the communities, and when I see the two communities of Bitcoin and BTC on Reddit, they're very passionate people and they're very smart people. It's filled with cryptographers, engineers, physicists, mathematicians, and business people or economists. And it's kind of crazy that all these people are on Reddit trying to discuss the future of this program. So us lay people can just sit by and watch. But if you are skilled in technology and have some experience in it, then you can contribute little or as much as you can. As you can see, I wrote down a few things. I'm not going to go over every point. You can just kind of look at it and read it on your own. But for the most part, I don't see any downside to this. I actually see it more as the birth of a new rivalry similar to Apple, Microsoft, Ford, Chevy, Coke, Pepsi in this type of market that we're seeing. So if you take out the emotion from the whole thing, then it looks like a good team. It's got a good product. You just have to see if they can do something with it or not. And we can all benefit as investors because we can own both. We don't have to choose one. And if it's cheap, it's cheap. And it's a risk that I would take as an investor. So if the time comes and the price is right, I'm definitely going to buy some because I think it'll do better than some of those altcoins in the Ethereum market that are kind of wishy-washy. So I guess you could say I'm for two chains because they're different. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Please comment, like, and subscribe.